5:29.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here with us here today. I'd like to call the regular city council meeting of January 17th, 2024 to order. Ms. Cassandra.
Mayor David Romero. Councilor Barbara Casey.
Here.
Councilor Michael Montoya.
Here.
Councilor David Olivari.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We do have a quorum.
Thank you. Councilman Olivari, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Casey, will you lead us in a moment of silence?
Let us take a moment of silence to thank our Creator for all the good things that He has given us. Wonderful people that we have, wonderful friends, people who care about our community, people who are willing to serve our community, people who care about each other, about animals, about people who don't have any place to live, people who give of themselves. Let us be thankful for those people that we are fortunate and blessed enough to live with and among.
Also, a moment of silence for Mr. John Abreu, the brother of one of our employees. Councilors. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, approval of the agenda?
Councilors, if I can ask that we have an amendment to the agenda and see if we can move business item 1 right after public input. I know we have a pretty big crowd, and if we could take care of that issue prior, if that's okay. At this point, I have a recommendation. I don't know if there's any motions to be made. Business item 1 to right after public input.
Mr. Mayor, I would also like to move item number 7.
Item number 1. And I'll make a motion to approve the request.
Item number 7, where?
To number 1.
So replace business item 1. So ahead of number 2.
Yes, and item 1 goes under.
Okay. So 7 will become the new one, and then I have
Second,
a
Mr.
motion
Mayor.
by Councilman Montoya, second by Councilor Casey. Roll call.
Councilor Olivari.
Yes.
Councilor Montoya.
Yes.
Councilor Casey.
Yes.
I have a motion by Councilor Montoya, a second by Councilor Casey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries. Moving on to public input, we have several signed up for public input this evening. Starting with the first, we've got Linda Montoya speaking on appointment of city councilor.
Ms. Cassandra, do you know how many we have signed up for public input?
We have 11.
11, okay. Yes, right.
Okay. And hit the microphone, the little ball there. Tap it. No, it has to turn on. There.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. See, I'm not used to all this fancy stuff. And I'm never early for anything. This time I'm early and I get number 1 on the list. That's like, nobody believed that. So I'm here tonight to speak on behalf of Christine Ludy. I know she submitted her application for the vacant councillor seat. I think she would make an excellent city councillor and a wonderful addition with you gentlemen and lady to the council because she cares so much about our community, you know, all the people of Las Vegas, the kids, what's going on here. She works very, very hard. She's diligent. She's conscientious. She'll know everything that she tries to do or everything that she does, she puts her whole heart and soul into it. I have gotten to work with her for the last 7 years on the West Las Vegas School Board, and she became my mentor because she had already been there for how many years before me? A bunch. But anyway, so I just think she would make a wonderful addition. We need so many positive things going on in the city to come up because, you know, we're not doing too good right now. And I think having another woman on the board would help in a lot of things, and I think she would work very hard with everybody to help do whatever it is that the city needs to do to move forward. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Jan Bierskens, also speaking on appointment of city councillor.
Good afternoon. My name is Jan Burskins. I am a resident of Ward 4, and I'm here to support the mayor's recommendation of Christine Ludy. Although I don't know Christine, and reading her past qualifications, her job experience, as a business owner, I'm interested in her supporting business. As a former educator, her links with education, and as a woman, I think I agree she gives us a perspective that represents 50% of our population. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Cindy Collins, also speaking on appointment of city councillor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and city councilors. My name is Cindy Collins, and I live in Ward 4 also. I am here to ask and plead for you to support this nomination of Christine Ludy. She brings incredible leadership in education and finance. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Nancy Colo, also speaking on appointment of city councillor.
Good evening. I'm going to be brief, but first I want to let you know we can't hear most of you in the back, so you may want to speak into your microphones. I'm here to support the selection of Christine Ludy. She has amazing leadership skills. I've been aware of her for forever. And just to reiterate what Cindy just said, she has finance background, which is crucial to the running of a city government. And also she is key to the education community here, which, as you well know, is often the elephant in the room when people are thinking about Las Vegas. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Meredith Brett, speaking on Ward 4 councillor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and city councilors and everybody. I'm Meredith Brett, and I was thrilled to hear that Christine Ludy was nominated for the position of city councilor, and I hope that she is voted in. And I believe that she has incredible leadership skills, experience, dedication, proven dedication to this community, and she's a very approachable person. I've known her since I moved here, and she was on school board then, and I was working for the Optic, and could always reach her with my questions, and that's very important to have city councilors that, like all of you, are someone that we can talk to, and I thank you very much.
Mayor, we have Gregorio Loera on appointment of city councillor.
Mayor Romero, members of the city council, I am here to ask for your approval to approve Christine Ludy as your next member to the vacancy on the board. She has a proven record of leadership as a manager of the State Employment Credit Union for so many years, also a member of the West Las Vegas school system. And she is, in my opinion, a wonderful person to be added to the board for her vast experiences in managing, in finance, as well as in education, as well as being a leader of many other organizations. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Darlene Oliva speaking on appointment of city councilor.
Thank you. Mayor, City Council, members of the audience, my fellow community members. My name is Darlene Oliva, and I too am here to support the appointment of Christine Ludy to this governing council. You know, many individuals have already spoken to her strengths and her dedication and commitment to organizations that benefit the littlest of our children in our community to the eldest. Her vast experience in business, being able to manage budgets, being able to provide leadership and coaching when it's necessary, the unresounded knowledge that she has in policy, procedure, and the ability to undertake big tasks and break them down into small, manageable pieces speak well to her ability that everyone in this room who has spoken to you can recognize, and without reproach. We were raised to live our life like an open book. In case the day it became one, we had nothing to hide. We were also raised to bring honor to our name. Christine Ludy has brought honor to her family, to her family name, the Armijos, to her married name, the Ludys, and she gives of herself over and over again to make sure that she leaves a legacy behind of help, commitment, hard work, integrity, and honesty. And that is the kind of person I'm looking for to sit in that seat. Who better than a person who has all of these attributes that we have grown to emulate ourselves? I implore you to vote and to bring in somebody as dynamic, respectable, and responsible as the lady who sits here before you, ready to take on the job that you all experience and know what it entails. She will be a wonderful addition to the council, someone that we will continue to honor and respect, and we appreciate your commitment to the work that you do for our community because it's not easy. Should you find the characteristics that Christine Ludy has that I have spoken to in alignment with the vision and the mission of your council and in the vision and the mission of the Las Vegas City government, then there's no one else to select but Christine Ludy. And I'd like to thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Jim Tur, also speaking on appointment of city councilor.
I just want to briefly say that I also support Christine Ludy for appointment as city councilor. I think when we have someone that accomplished and dedicated who's willing to serve, that we should take advantage of it. And since I've been brief, if I may, I would like to second the thought that if we're going to have meetings, it would be nice if we could all hear them. And this mic proves that the system works. And if the microphones could be extended about a foot towards each of you and here, for instance, if we're supposed to stand up, we would all be able to hear everybody. It'd be very low-tech, cheap, easy fix. So thank you. I appreciate your listening to me.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Napoleon Kintana speaking on the meeting. Napoleon Kintana?
Mayor and Council, I am here to recommend Joseph Dominguez. I've known Joseph since he was a little boy. He's always been a very good person. He's educated. He also, I believe, was the president of the student body at Highlands. And I think at the present time, he does work at Highlands. But I certainly appreciate your consideration of Joseph. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next we have Gary Ludy speaking on appointment of city councilor.
Mayor, City Council, I just wanted to propose one question. I've known Christine for 65 years. She's been alive for 67. I didn't know her up until the age of 2. However, I just have one question, and it's not a question for the governing body. It's a question for the audience. Audience, if you're in favor of Christine Ludy being appointed as City Council, please stand up. I think if you take a look around you at your constituents, whether they be from Ward 4 or not, that proves the point that they are ready for Christine Ludy to be a part of this governing body. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, the last person signed up for public input is Ron Maltese.